Welcome back to another podcast with Makaiza, Direct Sunlight. I have a special guest with me today. Please go ahead and tell the people who you are.
Oh, sorry, I'm just thinking about how I thought this started at 10, but it's because it's flipped out, and I was like, why is it going to 10, 20, 30?
I can cut that out.
Anywho, why would you cut it out?
Okay.
The fuck?
Continue.
Am I allowed to cuss on here?
Sure.
Okay. Would you ask me again?
Let the people know who you are.
My name is Rebecca.
Yeah, welcome. Rebecca, tell the people something that they don't know about you.
What the hell?
It's a brand new audience, so they don't know anything about you. Such as your age, where you grew up, things that you're into right now.
I'm at the age where my age is no one's business.
Ooh.
Just kidding. But I'm not 30 yet. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you being on the show because part of this show is just having people on here who have things in life that they want to share about, or just to have a simple conversation about some cool things that we've made it through in life. Struggles or triumphs or, fun stories, tragic stories, whatever it is that ends up popping out on here pops out. They're short segments, only about 10 to 15 minutes long each. And that way we keep the content nice and flowy, and every single episode's a little bit different. So
I do not guarantee flowiness.
Uh-oh. We don't have flowiness this time. I guess the special guest wants a choppy ride. That's okay. We could give her one. So I have a quick question, something that I've asked myself over the last couple of weeks, and something I guess I'll ask you too since you're here. You don't have to answer. Feel free, to participate or don't participate in any of the answers or questions that you get. But a question I've been asking myself over the last few weeks has been, am I capable of doing all the things that I want to do? And capability, I think, it comes from a place of like confidence or the absence of confidence. And I think that everyone's capable of doing anything, personally, as long as they are confident in that ability to get it done, or just confident in the fact that it will get done. And I think that that's something I've been, learning to develop in myself. So what do you think? Did I take what you were going to say?
No. So is the question, am I capable of doing the things I want to do, essentially?
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone is capable of doing anything.
Are you personally?
But I think you need a certain amount of discipline in order to do them.
Yeah.
Not like how bad you want to do them, because we don't want to do things very badly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great point. Discipline, for sure. Yeah, discipline is big when it comes to achieving a goal. And what type of discipline are we talking about? Like, the whole grind it out, day in, day out, 24/7 type of deal, Like,
I don't think it has to be like that, but I think certain commitments you make to yourself, you have to follow through with, regardless if you feel like doing them or not. Like, I like to sleep, so I don't like to get up early and do things that I should be doing. And the only difference between me and the next person is the next person actually doing them every day.
Right.
Because I'm sure they don't feel like it either.
Yeah, of course. Doing things when you don't feel like it. That's why I feel meditation has brought me so far, because I've done it every day consistently, minus a day or two here and there. Like, really here and there, I could count on one hand probably how many times I've missed meditation in the last couple of years. And it's been an intense ride, but I have to say there are mornings when I'm like, fuck it, I don't want to do it. I don't feel like doing it. And then I end up doing it, and wow, my entire day is just so much different, so much better than when I don't. So I get what you mean. Do you think, like, the discipline aspect is what most people should be I guess, adhering to? Do you feel like that's the most important part of being able to achieve your goals?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like people put an emphasis on believing in yourself, which you should, obviously. But, you know, you just have to do it.
Like Nike?
Like, keep doing it. Yeah, exactly. They really. Like, confidence is key. Communication is key.
Mm-hmm. Right. Now,
all those cheesy sayings ring true.
You said what?
All those, what some people would call, like, cheesy sayings, or, you know. I don't know what another name people would call them.
Cliches. The cliches of the world.
Are true.
Damn, you just said something and I forgot. I was just writing it down. Well. Oh, fudge. I had a great question. Fudge!
Who was talking? Oh.
I had a great question. What?
Your cousin was talking to us about fudge. I was like, where did I just hear fudge? I haven't heard the word fudge in a long time, and now I heard it twice in 1 week.
Gotcha. Okay, this is the question. And then I'll answer it. How would you communicate, lo siento, how would you communicate, how would you rate, your communication on a scale of 1 to 10 and why?
Shit. But better than most.
So 0 or, no, I'm just kidding.
A 1 to 10?
Well, let's go 0 being like a toddler, and then 10.
Some toddlers communicate better than adults.
All right, let's go 0 being an infant.
Don't put it on 8. It doesn't matter how old you are.
Well, an infant state of mind, that's what I mean.
Like
I just mean the state of mind of a child, like an infant state of mind. Like just like just a very, very, very incompetent, doesn't really understand language, all the way up to
stressing me out over here now.
I know, I can't think of something very, very up to the most articulate speaker that there is.
I think I have a ways to go in my communication, but I think I can express myself way better than I used to.
Okay. Yeah. So what would you put it at? Like a 4 or a 5?
Out of communication most times. What?
Go ahead.
What?
I said, would you put it at a 4 or a 5? Or like, what number would you give it?
I would say like a 5, I guess. Yeah, a 5.
That's fair. Why do you feel like it's a 5?
Because I feel like I've worked on it tremendously. And I would say when my communication was at its shittiest, I was probably like a 2 or a 3. So I'd say a 5. Like, it's gotten better, but there's still ample room to grizzly grow.
Yeah. What are some things, if you could give, if someone was telling you this, what would you tell them to work on in order to improve their communication?
Taking your feelings out of, I guess it would depend on the purpose of the communication too, in my opinion.
Okay, that's fair. Just blanket communication to, I guess, talking. Yeah, not quite debating or like, anything like that, but just like.
For me personally, not to waste my time trying to communicate with people who do not know how to communicate, first of all, or are unwilling to try to communicate. So that, and not taking things personally and my emotions with it, but also understanding when someone is not at the level to communicate in a manner and not feeling bad about not communicating with them, but communicating where I can
with that person. Gotcha. Lovely insight. I think I would rate my communication, really truly, aside from hearing your answer, what I was at was about a 6.2. Just because.
Point 2, eh?
Point 2. Gotta give myself that.
I didn't know we could do points.
We could. Well, do you wanna edit?
We may have to go rewind and do an edit on that one.
You want to edit your number?
I don't know.
5.6 point. But 6.2 because I agree with what you're saying. Actually, taking your emotions out would definitely be a huge part. And where I work, what I do for a living, talking to multiple people multiple times per day, spending ample time with them, enough time to get to know them as individuals and see how they are as a couple and things like that. I feel like it's given me some type of edge or leg up on the ability to communicate, and not, I guess, just talking like you said. It's kind of like what we're communicating about. It can also be body language, tone of voice, and just overall energy. Yeah. So I think that people, in my mind, are getting better at communication.
Where?
Just in certain areas where people are becoming. See, here's how things work.
Are you getting better at communication?
That's very true. Also, things work like this progressively in stages. Sometimes things happen abruptly, but even in that abruptness is a series of stages, no matter how short, right? So I feel like because in the past, society hasn't allowed us to really talk so much in the past and be able to voice ourselves. And so I feel like this whole new generation of everyone's able to share what they feel and talk out loud is providing a new source of communication for people, which right now is shitty because we're like a bunch of infants running around sharing stupid stuff, but at some point could become one of the, what I'm saying, greatest things that could have ever happened in terms of us being able to truly communicate with each other on a different level.
It's a very hopeful outlook.
Call me Hopium.
Hopium?
Hopium.
Did you just make that up?
No, but I've heard hopium before. People say take the hopium out of here.
Wow. Those people are probably dicks, huh? Sad little dicks.
Well, they mean it. They're being genuine.
I was joking. No.
But yeah. Cheers to that. I think we've had a great episode so far. What do you think?
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see what the people like.
Right. People, we like you. Well, I do. Becca, how about you?
What?
I said, well, people, we like you. I said, well, I do. Becca, how about you?
Do I like the people?
Yeah, because I don't like speaking for people.
I'm not going to lie. I don't like all people. I don't know who's listening out there. I may like you. I may not. But it doesn't matter what the fuck I like. You do you, boo.
You heard it here first. From Rebecca. You heard it here first, folks. You do you. And there's so much going on when it comes to freedom and choices.
Freedom?
Yeah, you said you do you. You said you do you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's freedom. That's a symbol of freedom. You do you. And we want to encourage everyone out here to do you. And if you want to be here, held on the show to express yourself and feel a little free and let that freak flag fly, like Rebecca was able to today, this is a safe space for everyone. Direct sunlight definitely encourages you to be the sun and not its rays. I feel like Rebecca is definitely shining right now in her sun as she is, in her sunness as she is. And as time continues to progress, I just hope and pray for your continued success in life and for things to continue to come to fruition for you. And I love you very much. Thank you for being on the show. We'll have a great time.
Thank you. Can't top that. But I give thanks.
Remember, be the sun, not its rays, and mind is matter. See you on the next one.